Hey, welcome to another edition of my Building in Public series. As a passionate advocate for leveraging AI to transform marketing and empower entrepreneurs, each day presents new opportunities for growth and innovation. So we're going to go through and look at what I was up to today and just comment on the visuals and the strategy. And let's see if I can full screen this. Okay, cool. So today's highlights were we did content creation and we did it for sales enablement. We had some community engagement. I prepped for a workshop as well as a meeting with a partner of mine. And then I did some sales enablement by working on a video sales letter. And so this was the beginning of the day. What I was doing here was I didn't have an exact fit for my new offering and having a one-sheeter around that for my sales setter onboarding next week. And so I wanted to make sure to get all of the materials that would be needed for him to send people follow-up emails with guides, for him to have a one-sheeter document that has the entire offering for what we're approaching them with, as well as some sort of online presence with a video sales letter on my behalf. That way he could send those as needed. The other big thing was updating my reminder sequence on Calendly, and so you'll see me touching into those quite a bit. And so this was me prepping for my morning meeting with my partner. Can't say too much about that, but I think you guys will get some touch points on how that website is coming along. Not talking about it yet, but we will be soon. I think that was some dead space. I may have walked away from the computer. Probably shifting through some emails, grabbing tea, coffee. New email just came in. And so, yeah, just moving into this weekend. For the rest of the weekend, I'll be pretty much scraping leads, getting this really targeted list of around 200 owners to medical spas and construction facilities here in San Francisco to give to my setter so that he can start calling in next week with all of these documents as well as the tool sets that I've given him. And yeah, you see, I'm making a couple of changes based on the documentation in my SEO group around this call reminder sequence. Getting that super dialed in. I think what we have going here is for the initial invitation sent, there is a confirmation email, and then there's a reminder email 24 hours before, 2 hours before, and then there is a reminder SMS of 1 hour before and then 15 minutes before. And so that way it cascades down without bothering the client or a potential customer while still making sure that we're doing our best to get them on the call. And so this is me looking through my Figma files. You can see the top row is all of my active projects. Pretty much everything from the middle down is either working on or inactive, or just site architectures that I was building out. And so here you can see me getting ready for the video sales letter, going through and starting to script it out, going through iterations of that script. Not very happy with the script, moving forward with a different one. I had taken, this is definitely ADD mind, but this is me going through my SEO community, just staying in tune and tapping in with the folks. Getting back to my video sales letter. I think I was also working on the guide at this point, and I wasn't happy with the book covers that I was seeing, and so I was trying to figure out a different approach to this that was more inspired by the San Francisco that I know. And so on the roofing one, I felt like it would be better to incorporate Victorian architecture, and so if I remember correctly, that's what's going on here. Actually, this might be the VSL. Definitely writing a bunch. Yep, this is the VSL. So you can see I switch from one thing to another pretty often. Had to update one of my clients as to some media files that she needs by the end of the day. Oh, and that's the first iteration of the working title as well as the book cover for the local SEO guide for roofing in SF. This is me getting ready for the VSL. This is me recording the VSL. Through that recording. That is one talking head, I'll tell you what. Okay, recording's done. I use Descript as well as CapCut when I go into like post-editing mode. What I do use Descript for is to align my eyes with the camera. That way, when I'm recording, I can still read off of a transcript, but then when I'm going through post-editing and pushing out that content to my audience, it still looks visually like I'm looking directly at the camera at all times, and so it's pretty cool. It'll make me look like this 24/7. But I know for a video of this sort, we're gonna be all looking at the same stuff, so I'll keep doing that. Cool. And this was getting ready to export that video to CapCut, bringing that over, and then doing that export. I think from here I may have made some final revisions to the local guides, for the local SEO guides for roofing and medical spas and dermatology. I had some final tidbits to get to with the volume, making sure that all worked out okay. And then bringing that VSL over to my new SEO page for my services. And so I had to upload the video to Vimeo. And I did have some issues initially with adding this new sales letter. That's my old sales letter. This is the new page. You can see I tried to copy and paste this container, or this element container, from one page to the other. And it wasn't working. And you can see me bumping my forehead against the glass there, trying to figure it out. Finally getting my video uploaded to Vimeo. And then finally figuring out that WordPress needed to be reinstalled. This is a long look at what the cover of the roofing company local SEO guide will be. And so you can tell I was able to get on that Victorian architecture, some really bright red colored shingles, and then moving over to the picture of the medical spa dermatology San Francisco SEO guide cover. It's definitely looking over like those Victorian styled homes straight into the bay with that really clean medical office. And I finally figured out what was going wrong with my update to this actual page. I had the container pictured as a YouTube video instead of a Vimeo video, and so as soon as I was able to transfer that over, everything started working out fine. And then yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all I have to report for today. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.